Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Sam and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to switch things up and we are going to do 5 easy and delicious breakfasts that are all made in the Instant Pot. They're very easy to put together and they're absolutely delicious. They're perfect for on the go. You or your teenager or your little one can just grab them out of the fridge and just go on. They're great for snacks. So yeah, let's just get right on into the video. Alright, so we are going to start off with bacon, egg, and cheese bites. They are so easy and absolutely delicious. They're perfect for a grab and go breakfast or maybe a quick snack when your little one gets home from school. So I've got 4 eggs, I've got some cheese, I've got some milk. Now I use almond milk, but you can use whatever kind of milk that you like. I've got some cottage cheese, some bacon that I've already chopped up and pre-cooked, and I've got some salt and pepper. Okay, so I went ahead and cracked open all 4 of my eggs and just put them in my little blender here along with some salt and pepper. Now all you're going to do is add your milk and your cottage cheese to your egg mixture and blend it up until it's completely smooth. I will show you what it looks like when I get it all completely. Okay, so my egg mixture is completely smooth. I went ahead and sprayed just a little bit of oil spray into my silicone mold here. This is a precautionary step. You don't have to do this because this is silicone. And then I've got my cheese here and my bacon. And all you're going to do is just fill your little egg bite little cavities here with a little bit of egg and cheese. You're going to fill all of these up. And then you are going to pour in your egg mixture. So I will show you what it looks like when I get it all done. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I get it all filled up. Now this makes 7 egg bites. You can definitely half this if you have a smaller family or if it's just you, or you can make the right amount. Or you can double or triple this to make even more for throughout the week. So I've got that already into my little Instant Pot here. Now make sure you have your trivet and your water in here before you start, because you can't add it afterwards, because then you'll just get water all in your egg bites and it won't turn out pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and place my lid onto this, and I'm going to hit the steam function, and I'm going to set it for about 10 minutes. Make sure your valve is set to sealing. So I'm going to go ahead and let this do its thing, and then I'll meet you back here when it's done. Alright, these just got done, so I'm going to go ahead and manually release the pressure on this and let that do its thing, and then I'm just going to carefully remove these from the Instant Pot and then let them cool for a minute or two, and then remove them from the mold. And then I will show you what they look like when I get them unmolded. Okay, so here is the egg bites. I'm just going to let them sit here and kind of hang out and cool down. But they look so good. So once they're completely cool, you can go ahead and store them in an airtight container in the fridge for about a week. So yeah, that's the Instant Pot egg bites. Okay, so for the next recipe, we are going to make Instant Pot blueberry pancakes. This is all you're going to need. Very simple. And here I've got some just regular all-purpose flour. I'm using coconut sugar in these, but you can use whatever kind of sugar that you like or is your favorite. And some baking powder and a little bit of salt. I've got some milk. For this, I like to use vanilla almond milk, but again, you can use whatever kind of milk you prefer. I've got a little bit of melted butter, an egg, and some blueberries that I've already got in my little mold here that I've sprayed with some olive oil spray. These are just the little mini wild blueberries, but you can do whatever kind of berries that you like, or nuts if that's what you prefer. You can do strawberries, you can do mixed berry, you can do raspberry. So yeah, I've got those. I'm going to set these aside while we work on getting the batter together. Okay, so I've got everything set out here. I mixed my egg in with my butter, so that's good to go. I just did that so it'd be a little bit easier for me to mix in the egg with the dry ingredients. So just go ahead and mix your dry ingredients together until they're well combined. You ain't got no lumps in there, because you don't want to bite down on a big lump of baking powder. That'll pucker them lips up real good. Okay, so that's all mixed in, so we're just going to go ahead and add in our egg and butter and our milk. And we're just going to mix this up until it's completely combined and smooth. Okay, so I've got that mixed up, and I also added in a little bit of vanilla as well. So I've got that mixed up. All I'm going to do now is just fill my little muffin tin here with my batter, and I'm just going to fill them all the way up, and then I will meet you right back here. Okay, so I've got my little pancake bites all filled up here. All I'm going to do now is just attach the lid. Make sure that's on there really well. And then I'm just going to put my tin foil on just to make sure that no moisture gets in with the pancake bites. And then I'm going to put them into my Instant Pot here. Okay, so I've got my little pancake bites in there. Make sure that your tin foil's on there pretty good. I'm just going to attach my lid, set it to seal, and I'm going to do manual for about 10 minutes. Okay, and then when that is done, I'm going to let this naturally release for 3 minutes, and then I'm going to release the pressure after that. So I'll meet you back here when it's done. Okay, so these are done. I went ahead and released the pressure. I'm just going to take the lid off carefully. Don't want to burn yourself. And then I'm just going to let this sit for a minute, and then I'm going to carefully get this out and put them on my plate. So I will show you what they look like when I get them removed from the mold and on the plate. Alright, so here is the pancake bites. I just got them out of the mold, and be very, very careful, guys. That mold gets very, very hot. So be careful not to burn yourself. But this is what they look like. I'm going to let these sit here and cool. In the meantime, we're going to move on to the next recipe. Alright guys, so for this recipe, we are making French toast bites. These are so good. I think these are one of my personal favorites, but then again, I love French toast. So in here, I've just greased my little silicone mold here, and then I've added some cinnamon raisin bread. Now, you don't have to do cinnamon raisin bread. You can do whatever kind of bread that you have on hand. So I just cut it into little bitty cubes and put that in there. I've got some milk for this. Again, I like to use the vanilla almond milk, but use whatever kind that you have on hand. I've got some eggs. In here, again, I'm using coconut sugar, but like I said before, you can use whatever kind of sugar that is your favorite. I've got some cinnamon, nutmeg, and some salt. So all we're going to do is add in the eggs and milk to our spice mixture and mix that up very, very well. And then I'll show you what it looks like when I get it mixed up. Alright, so I've got my egg mixture all mixed up, and I just put it back in my little measuring cup here. All I'm going to do is fill each of these up with a little bit of this egg mixture. And then I'm going to let this sit for about 5 5 minutes just to let that bread absorb some of that egg mixture, and then we will put it in our Instant Pot and we will set it to seal and steam these for about 12 minutes. Then we will let them naturally release for 2 minutes, and then we will manually release the pressure, and then I will meet you right back here. Alright, so here is the French toast bites. I went ahead and took them out of the Instant Pot and put them on my plate here. So this is what they look like. I'm just going to let these sit here and cool down before I store them. And now we're just going to move on to the next recipe. Alright, for this recipe we are going to be making Instant Pot cinnamon roll crescent bites. These are so easy and so delicious. All you're going to need is a package of crescent rolls, some butter at room temperature so that way it's easy to spread, some brown sugar, cinnamon, some nutmeg, salt, and optional, some chopped pecans. So all you're going to do is go ahead and roll out your your crescent roll dough. Spread it with some butter, put some butter on top of it, spread it around. Mix this up and sprinkle this on top, and then I will show you what it looks like before we roll it up. Alright, so I have all of this rolled out and put together. All you want to do is put some parchment down, or maybe a silicone mat down to keep it from sticking to your counter. Just roll out your crescent roll dough, or you can use the dough sheet. If you use the crescent roll dough, make sure you pinch your edges together or your seams together so that way it rolls up easy and there's no more mess than what there needs to be. Spread the butter all over the top evenly and then sprinkle over all of your cinnamon sugar mixture. Now we're just going to roll this up, cut this into 7 like little pinwheels for each of your mold crevices, and then I will meet you right back here. Alright, so I've got my cinnamon rolls in there. Some are a little bit bigger than the others, but that's fine. They're all going to cook well. I added some more water to my Instant Pot. Make sure your Instant Pot has water in there, at least a cup, before you put in any of the recipes. So all I'm going to do now is attach my lid, and I'm going to cook this, set that to sealing. I'm going to cook this on manual for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to let it release naturally for about 10, and then I'll meet you right back here. In the meantime, I'm going to clean up some of this mess. Here are the cinnamon roll bites. These are so good. So I'm just going to let these sit here and cool down while we work on the next recipe. For the last recipe in this video, we are going to be making double chocolate chip muffin bites, and they are so good, the perfect dessert for your little one. So in here I've got some flour, cocoa powder, and some baking soda. I've got some salt, some vanilla, coconut oil, but you can use any flavorless oil that you have on hand, some sugar, milk. I've got an egg, and I'm using white chocolate chips, but you can use whatever kind of chocolate chips you have on hand, so that will work just fine. So what we're going to do is sift our dry ingredients together and add in our salt and sugar and mix that up, and then we will combine all of the wet ingredients, mix it up until it's completely smooth, and then I'll meet you back here. So I've got this all mixed up well. I'm going to go ahead and add in my chocolate chips. Like I said, you can use whatever kind that you want to use. Chocolate chips, semi-chocolate chips, dark chocolate, white chocolate. That's fine. And I went ahead and greased my little egg bite mold here. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these chocolate chips up and then add the batter to my mold and get that in the Instant Pot. Okay, so I filled up my little mold with the batter. I sprayed the lid to my egg bite mold with some spray, like oil spray, just to keep them from sticking to the top. And then I lined it with tin foil so no moisture will get in there. So what I'm going to do now is just attach the lid. I'm going to set this to seal, and I'm going to do this on manual for about 12 minutes. I'm going to let that cook for 12 minutes, and then I'm going to let it naturally release for 10, and then I'm going to manually release the pressure in the Instant Pot, and then I will show you what they look like when they're done. Alright, so here are the double chocolate chip muffin bites, and they look so good. They smell even better. These are absolutely delicious. So I'm just gonna let these cool, and then I'll show you everything together when they're all cool before I store them. Okay, so here I just have a few on this plate. I've got some more in some bowls that I'm going to be storing them in. But yeah, this is what they all look like. Now when you store them in an airtight container in your fridge for about a week. These will not last a week in our house because my daughter loves taking these to school with her or for a quick grab and go breakfast on the weekends. But yeah, these make for a great grab and go breakfast for your littles or your teenagers or for you on your way to work. But yeah, that is going to wrap up this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.